Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of YouTube Deep Dive. I'm Zunda Mon. I am so incredibly excited today because we're diving into a performance that is not only super cute but also dripping with rock and roll history. We're talking about the Three Fool Kats+1 and their amazing cover of a legendary track. Are you ready to rock? Yeah! First, let me introduce the band. Look at me! I've got the green hair and I'm absolutely shredding on the guitar. My technique captures that raw energy and precision that defined the early rock years. Then we have Shikoku Meitan. She's the one with the gorgeous pink hair playing the upright bass. She uses that slap bass technique, which was the heartbeat of rockabilly before electric basses even existed. Next is Kasukabe Tumugi, a blonde-haired drummer. She's perfectly capturing the 1950s transition from swing to that heavy, driving backbeat that changed music forever. And finally, An Ko Mon with her red-brown hair. She is just wailing on the saxophone. Back then, the sax was a total rock powerhouse, and she brings that raucous, honking energy to the stage. Now, let's get into the deep, dark history of this song. While it might look new, this version is actually a cover by the Three Fool Kats. The original song is Ugly Woman by the amazing Johnny O'Neill. Listen to this. This track was recorded way back on August 2nd, 1953. It was a session for Johnny O'Neill at the legendary Memphis recording service, also known as the Sun Recording Studio at 706 Union Avenue in Memphis, Tennessee. The session was produced and engineered by the one and only Sam C. Phillips. This song is deep. It has roots in the dozens. You know, those "your old lady is so ugly that" jokes, all welded to the iconic Rocket 88 riff. It sounds so spirited because this was the third take. But here's a crazy fact. Sam Phillips had the boys try the song 10 times in all, but surprisingly, he never released any of them at the time. The lyrics are so strong, and Ike Turner himself weighs in with a stinging guitar solo that is just overflowing with ideas. It's a memorable good time record that deserved to be a hit. In fact, it was so good that Turner tried it again a few years later with Billy Gales, aka Willie King, on vocals, and it finally came out on Vita Records as Peg Leg Baby. Let's give credit to the original 1953 lineup. Johnny O'Neill on vocals, James Wheeler and Thomas Reed on saxophones, Bonnie Turner on piano, Ike Turner on guitar and second vocals, Jesse Knight on bass guitar, Willie Sims on drums. Can you imagine the scene in the 1950s? America was on the brink of a musical revolution. The early 50s rock scene was exploding with energy. It was a time of rebellion and raw excitement. You had this incredible fusion of blues, gospel, and country, all colliding in studios like Sun Records. It was loud, it was dangerous, and it was the sound of young people finding their own voice for the first time in history. When you see us performing this, we aren't just being cute. We are honoring that 12-bar blues foundation that built the house of rock and roll. The contrast between my cute voice and that gritty 1953 attitude creates a tension that is just electric. The attention to detail in our video is not top. My fingering and Meitan's bass plucking are all perfectly synchronized with the music. It shows a real respect for the pioneers of the 50s. So, if you want to experience a masterclass in rock history with a cute twist, go watch the Three Fool Kats+1. That's all for today's deep dive into the roots of rock. Keep listening to those vintage tunes and stay energetic. Rock on! Zundakawa! See ya!